All right, we are live. We are live. We are live. Is there a basketball game today? I don't know. What's the date? Thursday, May 30th. It's 5:20. I heard there's a basketball game today. People telling me you got to go live and talk about this basketball game. Something about a basketball game in seven figures on the line on Draftkings. Showdown slate. My God, they've been marketing this thing for about 6 weeks and it's finally here. Your Millie Maker in the NBA is finally here on Draftkings. Holy cow, it's about damn time. Tommy 2.0, what's going on? I'm going to be here for the next hour. I got till 6:30, so figured I'd come on. I wanted to come on no matter what for this. Definitely live streaming before a seven-figure to first place. And look, it's very likely it doesn't happen to one person, but it's possible. The Super Bowl, one person took down in a very wacky Super Bowl game, right? It had to go wacky. It had to be defensive with kickers. One person took down all seven figures, so I'm not shocked if somebody does it tonight. I would be surprised, but not completely shocked. What's going on, Domingo? What's going on, DFS 300, Black History? What's going on? Tommy Hawley, I saw you responded to my tweet, but do you still think 20 minutes for Boogie? Yeah, that's what I have him at as like a baseline. Sort of like a median at what he plays today. Let's get the seven figures, right? Yeah, exactly. What's the figures on time with Cousins and Iggy? Hey, how you doing today? What's going on, Kemba Brody? So Cousins and Iggy today. Who you fading, says Snipes. That's a good question. Let's start with Cousins and Iggy. I think Iggy's fine, and people are going to say he's coming back from an injury, he's old, whatever. He's the only chance that they have at trying to limit one-on-one Kawhi Leonard, and this is the NBA. You can't be putting double teams on a guy nonstop, especially in the finals at a team at this caliber with the Raptors. You'll kind of get picked apart. So Iggy is going to be on Kawhi, and he's going to get, I have him still at 35 minutes. You could say it's going to be 35, 34, whatever you want, but I think he's going to be well above 28 or 30, what a lot of other sites are projecting him for. And for Cousins, he's active. Could this be that he's active and plays 5 minutes? I doubt it. Look, if Boogie Cousins is active today, he's not going to be 100%. He's not going to go out there and play 30 minutes. Did you see the practice video of Boogie Cousins today? It wasn't anything like concerning. He wasn't limping up and down the entire court, but he also wasn't sprinting, and he never sprints, but he had a little bit of a limp to him wherever he was going. So Boogie Cousins is going to be on the court. He's going to be on the court for I don't know how long, and I have him in as 20 minutes, and I think that that's a realistic projection for the amount of time he goes out there. They're not going to be full go with him, but here's the thing. If they say he's active, I don't think they'd be messing around. This isn't like another sport where they have to prep for you all week, and you don't just say he's active 3 hours before the game and you think you have some sort of advantage over the Raptors. It's not if he doesn't step on the court. So I don't think they're playing around here. If he steps 1 minute on the court, then I imagine he plays 15, probably closer to 20 minutes today. But I don't really see anything too high over that. And it's just because why mess around with it? Why mess around with putting Boogie out there if he really isn't healthy, right? So if he's going to be out there, I imagine he's somewhat limited, but he's also going to have a decent amount of run. But at $7,000, I don't see how you play the guy, especially because I imagine people are going to be playing Boogie Cousins at a decent clip today because they think they're getting some sort of leverage over everybody else. That price point is just disgusting for a guy who I don't think gets anywhere near full run. Lots of questions. Who you fading, Sal? That's a good question. Look, my opinion has changed since earlier, yesterday when I did a stream. I said out of the top 10 or those 10-figure price range guys, who I would fade would be Steph. That's completely changed. It's Draymond now. I've dug into Pascal Siakam a lot here in this specific matchup, and just in general, $1,600 difference between Draymond and Siakam. I love Siakam today. If the results are that Draymond goes out there and scores 55 fantasy points and Siakam scores 30, 35, well, I might be wrong just based on results, but if you're only basing your fantasy success and just your takes off of results, that's not great. It's about the process, right? So individual results on a one-game sample size. I like Siakam a lot more than Draymond, and that's the reason why I'm going to be fading Draymond in that section. I have 3 lineups today. I'm not playing Draymond in any of them. That's not to say you should not be playing Draymond in any of them. I have the same captain in all 3 of my lineups today. That's where I'm at right now. That's probably where I end up staying at. That's just how I want to go about this. I don't want to be guessing the right captain. If I nail it and I get lucky enough to nail the right captain, which I think there's like 6 or 7 viable ones tonight, if I get lucky enough to nail that, then give me some sort of increased chance against other people having 3 lineups with the right captain. So right now, my fade from earlier, I said yesterday, Steph out of the 10K range because if Boogie came back, I thought it would impact him. It will impact him, but just the splits with KD still off the court are ridiculous. This is still Steph's team. Boogie's not coming back fully healthy. It's going to be fade Draymond for me, 10K plus. That does not mean you should. I don't really have much behind that outside of the fact that I think he's too overpriced for the value that you're getting from him. He now has to go out there at 10-6 and get you into the mid-40s, which he's been doing in the playoffs, but nowhere near a matchup this difficult yet. 52 people already in here. What's going on, guys? Hit the like button. Share it with your mama. There's a basketball game, right? Can somebody get in the comments and tell me if there is actually a basketball game today? I'm confused. Is there? I hear something about some championship, something, I don't know. Who you fading? Who do you think is the must-have for the captain spot, and who is sneaky? Says David Russell. If I could tell you who the must-have for the captain spot was, I'd be winning all the money tonight. I'd just make 150 lineups with that one captain. I have no idea who the must-have is. I think there's 6 or 7 viable guys, and I think everybody else knows who those viable guys are. It's Kawhi, it's Steph, it's Draymond, Pascal, Clay, Lowry, and Marc Gasol. Those are my 7 viable guys for the captain spot. I really don't feel comfortable going anywhere else. Earlier, in my video earlier, I said Danny Green, sure, if you really want to go cheap and put him in the captain spot, just realize that that's probably going to hit 0.01% of the time, having to get Danny Green to score 35 points tonight. And even that might not be enough in the captain. If somebody else just goes for a 60 burger, they likely need to be the captain. So, I don't know. There's no must-have for the captain. I can't just give you a question and tell you, oh, everybody go plug Kyle Lowry into your captain spot. No, that's not how this works. If it did, it would be much easier. Sneaky types of captains, I don't know. I don't think Marc Gasol is going to be that sneaky based on his price range. I think people are going to own Marc Gasol in the captain spot. Nowhere near as much as Kawhi or Steph. I think really the way to get unique, preaching it, leave $2,000 on the table, honestly. But another way is I don't think it's viable to be playing Steph or Kawhi in the captain spot, at least from the lineups I've been trying to build. And if you do that, you're going to be forced to throw together a lineup that is similar to many other lineups out there, and it's going to contain pieces of Danny Green, Norman Powell, Serge Ibaka, and Sean Livingston. And I don't think any of those names, although I think some of them are viable to play in the utility spot, but all of them combined, or 3 of them combined with your Kawhi captain spot or whatever it might be, is a disgusting lineup. The upside there of not being able then to get to Marc Gasol and Kyle Lowry if you go somewhere cheaper at captain is tough. So yeah, I'm not getting to the expensive range at captain. I'm not trying to tell you who I'm playing at captain, but that's where somebody asking the question, who am I playing? I'm not trying to tell you, but that's where I'm at right now. I think that it's tough to get to the upper tier, and people are going to force it. Look, there is 37,000 spots still open for this thing. I think it's going to fill. What does it start? Does this start at 9 tonight or 8? I know it's in Toronto. I think this thing is going to fill. 117,000. It's moved up 30,000 spots in the past 3 hours. This thing's going to fill. Seattle should have ran the ball, says Lit T. Damn right. I think Boogie goes off tonight. Patrick Valentine says. He could. Boogie Cousins could play 20 minutes and score 30 fantasy points. That's a possibility. But Boogie Cousins more realistically will play hobbled for 20 of those minutes. And if he hits a 3 or 2, can be productive, but at $7,000, I don't think he goes off. I don't think you're going to get a 40-point Boogie Cousins game. I think at a very good and favorable game tonight out of Boogie Cousins, if he is indeed limited, you're extremely happy with anything in the 20s, which is why at $7,000, I don't think that's a great play. I'm staying away from Boogie. I agree, Snipes. Yo, Sal, how's life after college treating you? Keep up the good work. John, it's treating me great. I get to do this a ton. I think it says Sportscaster right in the corner. That officially starts on Monday, sponsored by Sportscaster. I'm going to be doing videos over on their platform. It's a sports platform for live streaming sports. So some of these live streams that I do on YouTube, all the YouTube content will still be here, but some of the live streams will just move over there. That's just a contract that I'm under, but it's awesome. The guys over there are great. The opportunities over there are incredible. I'm super excited for that. That starts on Saturday, but nothing changes with YouTube. Same amount of YouTube content. You'll still see me here the same amount. But life after college is great. Got that locked up. And been getting interviews. 3 more interviews today for potential work opportunities, and it's very exciting to have options. So it's treating me great. Thanks, John. I appreciate you asking. What's your thoughts on Gasol, says Michael Dixon? Yeah, I think Gasol is going, I don't know where everybody else is on this. I think Gasol is going to be out there for a decent amount. I know that there's talk of Serge Ibaka being the better lateral defender to try and guard some of these guards out there on switch plays and things like that. That makes sense. But I don't know if in game 1 that gets utilized. We saw Zubac. We saw all these other centers who are much worse at shooting and much worse at playing defense than Gasol. We saw them stay in for their normal run for the first 2-3 games of their series, their respective series. I think Gasol gets normal run or close to it here. I have him at 30, so that would be less than normal run. And I still have him grading out nicely. He's just too cheap. Now, if you tell me he's only going to go out there for 28 minutes and they're going to bump up Ibaka to 25 or 26 or something ridiculous there, and then the minutes are going to be spread out to a spot where Ibaka's playing some 4 and he's getting more time, then you should probably like Ibaka more at 4,200. For me, I like Gasol more at 6,000. I'm trying to think how many out of the 3 lineups I have Gasol in, and I think it's a decent amount. So, yeah, I like Gasol. I think he's a viable captain spot. He's one of the 7 viable captain guys that I think are there. And then there's the sneakier captains, like people asked earlier. You're probably looking at your Danny Greens, your Serge Ibakas. And just keep in mind that Ibaka has a much higher ceiling than Danny Green, somewhere in the 40s. Danny Green's ceiling, you're realistically hoping for 30 fantasy points, and that's why I don't think he's a viable captain, because then you're dealing with 45 fantasy points in the captain spot if Danny Green goes off. So that's not great when you're probably going to get out of Steph, out of Draymond, out of Kawhi. One of them is going to end up most likely tonight with at least 75 points in the captain spot. I don't know where you're making up that extra 30 points personally. Which is awesome going with the Gasol. Who would you pick? Damn, we already got 75 people in here. I'm excited. Hopefully we get a ton of people going on. Lots of people talking. Okay. We got to catch up to all these comments. Damn, somebody donated already. Thank you so much for donating. I appreciate that. I'll get to that once I do in a second. Who would you pick as a low value below $5,000, says Kemper Brody. Below $5,000, Kemper Brody, do you have $5,000 exactly left? Because that matters. And here's the thing. Earlier, and I keep beating the dead horse, somebody told me it's about who scores the most points, not about how much money is left over. Sure, but if I told you tonight that you were playing for your share of $3,000 at first place, if you use all your salary and it's a chalk build and you split it with 300 people, you probably wouldn't play. You probably wouldn't put $25 in to try and win that much. And if you did, you'd put it into another contest. So I'm realistically, I'm realistically going out here tonight trying to win $1 million. I know damn well I'm not going to win $1 million, but I'm going to build lineups that would set me up to be the sole winner of $1 million. The NFL showdown slate for the Super Bowl, the guy left a ton of money on the table. He played kickers. He did things that were unconventional, and an unconventional game happened, and he won. So I'm going to have 3 lineups tonight, and I'm going to take it a route where I play the same captain, and I'm going to try and guess unconventional scenarios where I leave, literally in some lineups, $3,800 or something like that on the table. Yes, that's a lot of money, but that just means I'm probably going to be the only one with that lineup. And I'm probably going to lose anyway, so I might as well take a stab at having a unique lineup. So below $5,000, it depends how much money you're leaving over. If you already have like $1,000 on the table, I probably lean to Serge Ibaka. Boogie Cousins coming back now. I don't think it completely crushes Kevon Looney, but now there's talk of people thinking Andrew Bogut's going to be starting. If he starts, it'll be for like a 8-minute span at most, so don't read too much into that. But if he's actually starting, that's going to hurt Kevon Looney's depth because then Cousins will come off the bench. If Cousins is starting or Bell is even starting, it's the same type of deal. If Bell starts, that's kind of that Andrew Bogut role. It's going to hurt Looney. You kind of want Cousins starting for Looney because then Cousins plays around 20 minutes. Looney will get his 20, 22 minutes. So I think Looney's still in play, but 5,000 or below, if you told me somebody just highest ceiling, it's probably Serge Ibaka. If you want to get really sneaky, leave a lot of money on the table, 1,800, 2,800 even, I'd go Danny Green. Been calling for Iggy versus Kawhi since playoffs started. Will be a battle. Yeah, I'm excited. We had Iggy versus LeBron, and Iggy literally gets the MVP of that finals because he guarded LeBron James, a guy who went absolutely berserk. So that's kind of crazy. 100 people watching the stream. Hey, where are the sirens? Danny Green says Bill Buller. Yeah, that's fine. I like Danny Green. What up, Sal? Do you know anybody on who's guarding who? Is Boogie starting or playing? Christian G, Boogie is active. I have no other information other than that. He was a full participant in practice. He was not taking it 100%. He probably shouldn't, but he looked pretty hurt. I think if he's active that he's going to be on the court. I do not think he gets much run. Look, if they put him on the court for 1 minute or he's in the starting lineup, he's not going out there for 5 minutes. There's no reason to put Boogie Cousins on the court in the NBA Finals to just risk everything, to throw him out there as a decoy, like there's actually a thing in the NBA, for 5 minutes. It's not like a wide receiver in the football where you have a decoy. If he's playing, if he's starting, or if he just comes off the bench, he's probably going to see a good amount of minutes. At 20 minutes, though, is what I have him at. $7,000, that's not nearly enough, especially when you take into account that he's pretty banged up here. And let's just not forget, this matchup is absolutely brutal for Boogie, whether it's Marcus All, Siakam, Leonard, whoever it is. It's a big team, and it's brutal. In terms of who's guarding who, yeah, Iggy's going to be guarding Kawhi. The more and more I think about it, I think that Kawhi is going to be on Iggy/Clay. Probably just sticks with Iggy, at least for the beginning of this game. The talk of Kawhi being on Draymond, and the reason I thought that the most was because Draymond profiles similar to Ben Simmons, right? In terms of being a facilitator, not the best shooter on his team. Clay and Steph on that team, so it's pretty hard to be. But the more and more I think about it, if and somebody said this and it made so much sense, if Kawhi guards Draymond and forces Siakam onto Iggy, you're giving up all of your height. And obviously shutting down Draymond with Kawhi is fine. Like, you'll give up your height to do that, most likely. But you're giving up your whole style of play when you go to that kind of defense. So, yeah, I think that it's going to be, honestly, Kawhi just sticking on Iggy to start this. Iggy on Kawhi. I wouldn't be shocked if Iggy goes over to Clay. Wouldn't be shocked if he goes over to Draymond. But I think it's just going to be those guys squaring each other up, at least to start. That can change midway through the game, but I think that's how it starts out. Love Clay or Ibaka captain. Yeah, Ibaka would be a sneaky type of captain. Again, it's really risky, but not a lot of people are going to do it, so it's a contrarian way, and I think it's a decent contrarian option. I think Clay is as well. Boogie coming back, I think it hurts Clay the most, to be completely honest with you. Draymond sees really no point per minute dip, and the fact that he's playing so much in the playoffs, so well in the playoffs, so much motivation, I don't think it bugs him too much. Clay or Steph, it impacts a good amount, but with KD still off the court, it's not impacting me nearly as much. Clay's going to be the guy who sees, if Boogie is a 20-minute go, takes 6-7 shots, is going to be the guy who sees a hit to his shots, and that's only because Clay's shots are extremely through the roof since Boogie and KD have been out. He's been averaging like 22 shots a game. I think if Boogie's in, that's not going to be the case. You're not going to see 20 shots out of Clay unless Boogie's only playing like 10 minutes. So who would you say Jordan Bell still sees 10 minutes? No, I wouldn't. Gilbert Locklear. Here's the thing. The only way Jordan Bell sees any minutes in this game is if he starts. With Boogie Cousins being active, I don't know if that means he's starting. I would imagine it does. If Jordan Bell starts, he probably sees 8 to 10 minutes. Bogut sees none. If Boogie Cousins starts, I think they just split up those center minutes with Cousins and Looney, and maybe you get Bell for 5. Like, I have Bell at like 5 right now. If Bogut starts, then I think you can kind of cancel out Bell's minutes. They've been playing him, which worries me, which is the reason I don't think Bogut's going to play. So I have Bell at 5 minutes. If he starts, you can bump him up to 8. Otherwise, I think he just comes in for short spurts in between the Looney and Cousins shifts. If Cousins is active for some reason, and then they just say he's not starting or not playing, if he's not starting Cousins tonight, I still think he sees the court. You can probably bump down his minutes to like 18, but I don't think you get any increased run out of Jordan Bell unless weird things happen with fouls. Lowry captain. Lowry captain's fine. I'm not going to say anything about it. Otherwise, that it's fine. It's okay. Like I don't know. Lowry's just a guy in this spot where I don't really like him too much. People are taking into account his two games against Golden State, which I think Steph wasn't even in for one of them, where he scored 50 fantasy points in each during the regular season. This is a completely different format now. Congrats on your Masters, Sal. Thank you. I appreciate that. Have a few family members alumni at State. I was just up there at SCI Bennett, LOL. Love your vids. Thank you. I appreciate that a ton. Hey, we got some alumni or friends of alumni in the chat. Appreciate that. That's awesome. I know I've got to get to all these comments. There's 130 of you in here, and we got a lot to go, so I'm going to just try and fly through to catch up. And I just want to get everybody's comments in, and I got an hour, so we should have time. 130. How's it going? Appreciate everybody in here. Playing one lineup, considering going heavy on Raptors and go with Boogie and Iggy for my highest plays on Golden State's thought. If you're playing one lineup, I think that's a lot of risk. You have to be different, but I wouldn't be different in playing the two worst price guys on the slate in terms of Boogie and Iggy. Boogie and Iggy, such close names. I think they're the two worst price guys on the slate. So I don't, and they're the two probably worst starters on their team out of the 5. They definitely are. So I probably don't get there, but I think I don't even think it's fine. So I wouldn't do it. Boogie gonna break the slate? LOL. I mean, yeah, if Boogie goes out there and plays 30 minutes tonight at $7,000, he's incredible. But here's the thing. At $7,000, he's not cheap. It's not like you're trying to debate $5,400 Boogie Cousins. You're giving up decent plays around that, whether it's Gasol, whether it's getting up to your Siakams, Clays, or Lowrys. Boogie can go out there and play 20 minutes. He can go out there and play 30 minutes tonight, which he was rarely doing in the regular season, but I get they were saving him for the playoffs. 30 minutes in this matchup is not a lock at $7,000 for him to be needed in the winning lineup. Now you tell me that he's injured, and he's most likely not going to see anywhere near 30 minutes. I don't imagine so. I don't think Boogie's breaking any slates tonight. The matchup, even if he was healthy, it's going to be really tough for Boogie to break a slate tonight. The back-to-back defending champs are slight underdogs. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't care if they're away. Their mentality tough and have been here so many times. I'm all over Golden State. They're still underdogs, right? I had this opening, slight underdogs -1. It's pretty much a toss-up. They're technically, if you really want to talk about it, Raz, they're technically favorites on a neutral court by 2 points tonight. The fact that it's on the road, you just get a built-in 3-point favorite. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Livingston or McKinney? Oh, that's gross, but I'd go Livingston, honestly. I just don't think McKinney sees a lot of run. I think Iggy's going to be out there for 35 minutes or so, which leaves like 10 minutes for McKinney to realistically find, if you're still going to give minutes to Quinn Cook or Drepko. Johnny Burnett, let's get money. He donates $1.99 to the channel. Thank you so much, Johnny Burnett. Yeah, if you guys do want to donate or just support the channel anytime, this blue thing right here is literally Johnny Burnett. There's a $sign somewhere in the chat. And you just pretty much hit $, and then where it says say something, you just hit the $, and you can donate. Appreciate that a ton. Minutes projections, Danny Green and Ibaka, says Scott F. I've got Danny Green, and I got to increase Danny Green, to be honest. No, I'm good with Danny Green's. I got Danny Green at 24 minutes. I got Ibaka at 20. This thing can go sideways, right? You can get Ibaka playing 26. You can get Marc Gasol playing 20, right? I doubt that happens, though. So I have Ibaka at 20. I feel comfortable with that. I have Danny Green at 24. I think you could see increased Danny Green minutes. I have Fred VanVleet at 26 minutes. If Fred VanVleet gets bumped to 24, I think those all go right to Danny Green. Danny Green should still be starting, so I like Danny Green quite a bit as the week has gone on. at $3,200, right? The value's there. The points are not there. Like, you're playing the value piece there. He's probably the most stable value, and I think he's going to be owned like that, which is scary. 150 people. This is a record. 149. I don't want to pre-jump it. Everybody don't leave right now. 150 people watching live. This is a record, guys. You are, even the Super Bowl, we only had like 120, so this is incredible. Thank you guys so much. This is awesome. Sup, Dicey? What's going on? Boogie more likely to break a hip than the slate. I agree. I'm going extra contrarian, leaving a lot of money on the table. You should be. I have 3,800 or something around 3,000 in one lineup. What do you think about Danny Green as captain? Danny Green as captain, I think it's going to be hard to find the point differentials. If you have Danny Green in your captain, you are rooting for an extremely low-scoring game where all the other high percentage owned captains, Kawhi, Steph, Pascal, Draymond, even Clay, none of them hit like a 50-point mark. If any of those 5 guys get you 50-plus points, they're going to be the needed captain, most likely. Because Danny Green, otherwise Danny Green has to go for like 40 fantasy points tonight. If he goes for 30 and gets 45 in the captain spot, a lot of things have to go weird for that to be a winning lineup. Danny Green, captain, same thing. How do you feel about Marc Gasol now since Cousins is active? Cousins is not this huge defensive scary nightmare like people think he is. The man plays such lackluster defense. Now, maybe in the finals he'll come alive, but he's injured. So I don't think there's any takeaway from Marc Gasol. Cousins is not a good perimeter defender. If anything, he's better down low, block upside, but none of that's really ruining Marc Gasol's game. So yeah, Cousins being back, I'm not worried too much about Gasol in terms of really anything. What about Gasol for captain? I think he's the best mid-range and lower captain. Best captain from 7,000 below, I would think, would be Marc Gasol. Thank you for all the hard work you do. Keep up the good work, says Dave Russell. Thank you, Dave. I really appreciate that. You rock. I have 2 entries tonight. Hey, I like it. Let's win $1 million. Sup, Sal? I think Curry and Lowry keep each other on lock as far as fantasy points, like 30 and 38. Says Anthony White. That's possible. That's definitely possible. If Curry was going to suck anywhere or start slow anywhere in a series, it would be on the road, right? Or more so on the road than at home, I would imagine. So, yeah, I'm still not fading Curry. I'd rather fade Draymond at this point. I thought about that a little bit more. Boogie, says Anthony Vespi. Looking for Army Louise 101 on DK. Look for me on the top of the leaderboards. If somebody's on the top of the leaderboards, hop in Discord and let us know tonight. And if you're not subscribed right now, there's 156 of you watching this. Hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. We're going for 4,500 subscribers. It's great. DraftKings priced it where if you leave too much money on the table, the line isn't optimal, says Johnny Burnett. I'd agree with that, but it depends. It depends what you're trying to do with your lineups. If I'm in a lineup fading, say, Draymond and Steph Curry, then leaving that much money, if I want to be fading them on purpose, isn't a bad idea. And I'm not saying I'm doing that. Then that's just to say that you're going to end up with that much money left on the table because there's just nobody else that highly priced, really, once you get past Draymond. I mean, it drops off to Siakam. But I think the salaries are set, so if you want Kawhi or Steph in your captain spot, you're building a very bad lineup. Very bad lineups win tournaments, but you're still building a very bad lineup. If you want a cheap guy in your captain spot, it's just difficult to try and find that makeup in points. So floating to the mid-range with a Marc Gasol type play in the captain spot works out really nicely. I think so. That being said, I'm not landing there a lot. I'm trying to build different types of lineups. You do MLB, says Anthony Vespi. Yeah, I do. I got a video up for tonight's 7-game slate. I have a stat sheet. My pitcher stat sheet is up on Patreon. I usually post it on Twitter sometimes as well. But yeah, I do. There's an MLB video already out. They're not getting as much traction. They get like 400 or 500 views a day. But I think that's because there's a lot of other things going on, namely NBA Finals. 160 people. Let's go. Is it negative correlation to play Gasol and Siakam together? No. They both are going to be starting. They're both on the court at the same time. The only negative correlation that might come into play is Ibaka and Gasol. And I don't like that, but it's a 1-game slate, so they can both get there. Top 5 point scores today, regardless of price, says Big Daddy Danny. In terms of projections, I have it as, in order, in terms of pure points, I have it as Kawhi, then Steph, then Draymond. Draymond barely over Siakam. That's why I like Siakam a lot more than Draymond by a point. Siakam number 4, and then Clay and Lowry tied for me. So I have Lowry at 5th in points over Clay. Lowry has 0.3 more, but taking into account price, I'll just give him the bump. So that's top 5 right now in projections. Take what you want with those. That's just me trying to get some sort of framework for this. I'm not predicting the future in Houdini here. Otherwise, I would have had millions of dollars before tonight. And that's to say that I'm going to win it tonight. I hope so. That would be great. I would still come back tomorrow because this is exactly what I love to do. This is so much goddamn fun. I love doing this. This would be my full-time job if I won that tonight. So let's see if it happens. The price is such, stars and scrubs priced. It's stars and scrubs priced for sure. I agree. That's what most lineups are going to land on tonight, as they should. I like Lowry. Okay. I missed that comment. We just got bumped all the way down. Jesus Christ, there's so many of you people here. I love it, though. All right, I like Lowry is the best pick for captain. That's fair. Great to hear. Really happy for you. It's weird watching somebody talk almost every day for months. You want the best for him, never meeting him then once. Keep chasing the dreams. Thanks, John. That's awesome. You're awesome. 1 million lineup, no Kawhi. Got to differ somehow, says Dave Elites. That's scary. I think you got to differ, and you're going to be extremely different. I think the field's going to come in the 80s, high 80s percentage on Kawhi tonight. I really think they are. And I think you're going to need him. But things can get wacky. Somebody posting a YouTube video in the chat. I'm just going to hide it because I have no idea what that is. I'm sorry. He will play 5 minutes at most. I'm not sure who you're talking about there. Who's your main captain? Not telling you, Adolf. I got him in all 3 lineups. I'd like to be somewhat different if I possibly can with having 166 people in here. But no, I just don't want to tell. I don't know. Favorite mid-range captain? Favorite mid-range captain? It's Marc Gasol. He's the best one out there, I think. Who do you think wins game 1? I don't know. I'm not even going to stay up for this game. If I wake up, I'm going to wake up. If I win, I'm going to wake up a millionaire. I'm not staying up for this game. I'll check it at 3 in the morning when I roll over to my phone and see that I have a 7-figure prize pool. And then I just elbow my girlfriend really hard. And I'm like, we did it. We did it. By the island. But no. Is going 4 to 5 Raptors going to be contrarian today? No. Getting to 4 Raptors is going to be more chalky. Look, and I don't think you should get to 5. That's going to be different, but it's going to be so hard to actually pull that off. Telling me that only 1 Warrior is needed in a game where the Warriors are going to score 103 points or 105 points, whatever it is. They're projected for, 106? So I don't think that that's possible. And yeah, you're going to end up on more Raptors, and here's the reason why. All the Raptors that are optimal, all the players that are optimal on the low end are Raptors. Ready? Let's go to it. Sean Livingston, somewhat optimal. He's not that optimal. In terms of, let's just say 20 or more minutes in some production. Danny Green, 24 minutes. Norman Powell, I have at 22, 24 minutes. They're going to have production. Serge Ibaka, he's also 4,200. And let's just say 6,000 and below. Starting at 6,000, so really your value or type plays. Marc Gasol, a Raptor. Fred VanVleet, a Raptor. Serge Ibaka, a Raptor. Norman Powell and Danny Green. That's 5 guys that I find optimal below 6K or at 6K. The only guy on the Warriors that I find optimal, or at least playable, is really Kevon Looney at 48. You can talk me into Sean Livingston, and that's 2 to 5. So that's where you're going to get to more 4-man lineups with the Raptors, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. The only reason to play Cousins tonight is to pivot off Iggy. I don't think Iggy would be chalky, and if he is, I hope so. Draymond tonight, question mark, says Anthony. I'm personally fading Anthony. Anthony. I'm fading you. I'm personally fading Draymond tonight. That's just how I am. I'm personally fading him. You have to take a stand somewhere. It might bite me in the butt. Draymond might need to be the captain, but that's fine. You got to take a stand somewhere. If I'm wrong in that, I'd be happy being wrong. He's overpriced, in my opinion. I think we're going to see a lot of Kawhi hovering around Steph. I think that would be a mistake if they put Kawhi on Steph, at least in this game. It's a totally different skill set. You're going to tire out Kawhi even more than he needs to be. If you are making one lineup in a single entry, leave at least 1K on the table. If you are playing one lineup in a million maker, leave more than 1K on the table. Way more. If you want to win $1 million all by yourself, you probably got to leave $2,000 on the table. That's a lie. I'd say $1,400 or more, $1,500 or more on the table. There's just so many lineups out there. Lowry over Siakam, I'd say no. But I'm not going to completely argue with that. They're 2 points different in my projections. Top scoring players regardless of price. Big Daddy Danny, I told you, top scoring players. In order, and for my projections, I have Kawhi, Steph, Draymond, and Siakam. Draymond and Siakam are 3A, 3B, and then Lowry before Clay, barely for me. Curry struggles tonight. He could. I could definitely see that happening. He struggles in all the finals, right? Or that's a joke with Curry. Can't get an MVP. Don't trust Boogie for more than 15 minutes, people. Yeah, Darren Singletary. I think that's fair. I have him at 20, and I only have him at 20 for the most part just to sort of see what that upper minutes would do to everybody else. And then I feel more comfortable if he gets less than that. Looney for your cheapest captain, says Adam Ward. Any cheap captains you suggest, says Auxiliary Gaming. Any cheap captains I suggest? I'd probably suggest on the cheaper end. I mean, Gasol is really as far as I want to go down personally. I loved Looney as a captain option until we got this Cousins news. You can probably go to Danny Green and Ibaka. You're not probably going to win the thing with him. Looney for your cheapest captain, I would say yes when we had no Cousins. Now the ceilings limit for Looney is not even in the 30s like it was before this Cousins news, so I would say no there. Do you think Gasol is going to see a lot of minutes tonight? I have him at 30. I got 19 lineups so far, going with Lowry and Gasol as captain. Who do you think is going to defend Leonard? Iggy's going to defend Leonard. 156 as Snipes. We're at 180 right now. Are we going to break 200? God damn, there's 200 people watching me. What are you guys doing? You got nothing better to do? I'm just kidding. Stay in here. Ibaka at 20 minutes seems low. You would have to think he matches up better with the Warriors, says Brandon Parker. He matches up better as a perimeter defender. I guess that is true. How often is he going to be at the perimeter? How often are they going to switch off the center? I guess somewhat. So, yeah, I'm not solid on my 20-minute projection for Ibaka, but where are you taking those minutes from? That would be my question. I do minutes projections to have 240 minutes because that's how much you have to have, right? 5 guys on the court for 48 minutes apiece. So 240 minutes. Just let me know where you're taking those. I'm not like trying to be hostile. I'm just saying, like, personally, if you're giving more minutes to Ibaka, you're taking off of Pascal's 38 that I have, or I already have Marc Gasol watered down to 30. If you're gonna try and tell me Marc Gasol plays 25 minutes tonight and you're confident in that, I would say that that's more of an outlier rather than a median. And I try and project medians here because that's just way more stable. So I think Gasol sees 30 and Ibaka sees 20. And if you think that Ibaka sees more than 20, you should be playing him a lot more tonight. Maybe not in the captain, but in your utility. If you think Ibaka sees 30 minutes tonight, he better be in your utility spots if you're that confident in it because he's only 4,200. This message is held for review. XXS, I don't know what that means. Vince, Clay goes off. Mad about not making all NBA, 30 million gone. Yeah, he lost a lot of money in that. He could happen. Orlando, market captain, says Orlando, that dude. I think Gasol is going to be a popular captain option because he's the most viable in that range, I imagine. So I think it's fine. Ibaka gets 24 minutes at least, says No Bones. Sup, Sal. What's going on, Michael Williams? Kevon Looney as captain. I would say no with Boogie back now. Ibaka gets 24 minutes at least. That's fair. If that's what you think, you got to be playing Ibaka more. I have to take a stand somewhere. I think Gasol's minutes stabilize at 30. I think that Ibaka gets 20, and that's pretty much because I have Danny Green getting 24, Powell getting 22, Fred VanVleet getting 26, and then I get Ibaka getting 20. So if you're going to give Ibaka 26 minutes tonight, you got to take 6 minutes off of some other guys. You're going to take all 6 off of Gasol and give him 24? I wouldn't. You're going to take 2 off of each of Powell, Danny Green, and Fred VanVleet? I probably wouldn't. So I don't know where to take them from right now. Draymond will run Gasol off the court. I don't think that's true. Will Gasol be played off the court? Question mark, back to back here. If he's going to get played off the court, I don't think it happens in game 1. But he's different than all these other guards that they've been playing and all these other centers, they've been playing. He's a much better defender, can shoot the 3. He's not a better defender on the 3-point line than Serge Ibaka, but Serge Ibaka is not an elite defender out there. So I think people are blowing that out of proportion. I do think that Ibaka can see 24 minutes tonight. I'm not arguing with it. I could put that in there. I just got to take minutes from other people. I was really torn between spending $25 on Chipotle for my girlfriend and I. I had Chipotle right before this, and then I went and got Cold Stone and a haircut. I spent all the money tonight. I figured I was a millionaire. Why not spend it all, right? I would imagine Gasol is going to match Cousins' minutes, and I don't have Boogie for more than 20, says Brandon Parker. I don't think that's true. I was really torn between spending 25 and, so I shot at Millie Maker. I did what any respectable boyfriend would do and bought a couple top ramens for dinner. Let's go, says Cool Harmony. I like it. The target... Satellite, how many points do you think Siakam would need to be viable captain? 40? I know it varies because it depends on others, but let's say Curry gets 47 and Kawhi gets 55. Siakam is a viable captain, I think closer to 45-50, not 40. I think closer to 45-50 because then he's almost outscoring Curry and Kawhi. I think Siakam is a good captain option. That's just going under notice today. Don't sleep on Boogie, says Anton Murphy. I probably will, but I respect it. Damn, we are so far behind in the questions. Fade Dre. I agree with fading Dre. I'm not on Draymond. For what it's worth, Doc Rivers and Magic Johnson both said on ESPN that they expect Ibaka to have a better series than Gasol. He matches up better with this team and is familiar with them. I think that's fair. It could happen. For game 1, this is just how I'm going to project it to go. If you get starting news that Ibaka is playing, he's got to be in every single lineup. So let's just see what the starting news is. If it's Gasol, I'll keep him out there a little bit more. Boogie 4 minutes only. LOL. Stop. He's playing way more than that. Who said 4 minutes? I didn't say 4 minutes. Oh, somebody else above. Yeah, I have him at 20 minutes. That's not good for Gasol then if this game goes small. I agree. Anton, who you like today? It's a different kind of sweat, DFS. All right, I'm going to stop reading these out loud and just look for things. Thoughts on Bogut money? Thoughts on Bogut? I don't want any Bogut. If he starts, I still don't want any Bogut. 210 people watching this? What's up, gang? Boogie was running like an old lady. Yeah, was running like an old lady. Waste your money if you want. Okay, and then we get some profanity. Chill out, Sean. But yeah, that tape, he never actually tries hard, but he is injured. Danny Green, way too cheap. I agree. We breaking 200, says Jay. Yeah, we broke 200. It's awesome. I love this. I keep finding myself on Marc Gasol as captain. Yeah, it's really easy to because who else do you trust in that range? If you like Serge Ibaka today more than Marc Gasol, then you should probably have some Serge Ibaka captain shares. And if not, at the very least, utility. What up, everybody? What's up, Brian Anderson? The key to showdown is value, nothing else. The key to showdown is value. I think it's getting lucky. I think that's the key, to be honest. Ibaka is so much better matchup-wise than Gasol. I think Gasol doesn't get past 20 minutes. That's fine. Look, I think that narrative can play out a good amount of the time. I'm just going to ride it with the Gasol gets 30, Ibaka gets 20. And the more I think about it, Ibaka at 24 makes sense as well. I don't currently have Ibaka shares, and I'm kind of fine with that. There's one lineup I think where I have to choose between Norman Powell and Ibaka, and that's really scaring me that I don't have Ibaka there right now. Might have to go back and change that. I think Draymond dominates against Siakam. He can dominate, but what does dominate mean? His price is the thing for me. If you play Draymond tonight, you're missing out on Steph or Kawhi. And if you're not, if you're getting all three of them, you're probably playing Danny Green, the captain. And that just seems very gross. How do you like Klay as a captain? With Boogie back, it actually does impact Klay. I think it impacts him the most. KD still being out, though, it's going to help Steph. It'll help Klay a little bit. But price of 8,400, I'm not getting to Klay there personally. I'm just not. Danny Green is actually a good defender, and that's why I like Danny Green a little bit more now. Looking into it, he guarded up against Klay, which makes me believe a good amount of the time, which makes me believe that Kawhi doesn't see Klay. I don't think Kawhi's seeing Draymond now, so I think that's why he sticks on Iggy. Dre's the easiest fade tonight. I'd agree with that. Gasol will have a mediocre at best overall series, and Ibaka is Ibaka. Nothing standing out that I need to play him. I agree. Negative correlation Van Vliet and Danny Green, says Ann. What's going on, Ann? Negatively correlating each other. Did they check in for each other, or did Norman Powell check in for Danny Green last game? I think it was Fred Van Vliet. So I would say yes, they do, but it's a one game, so I don't think you have to worry too much about it. Anton says they won't be able to dominate the glass like the other series. I agree. It's a much different defense. Ibaka is an A value and Gasol is a B value in Awesomos rankings. I prefer Ibaka for savings. That's fine. He's played the Warriors plenty times. He's familiar with this team. That's fine. Fun to watch Sal grow from 100 subscribers to 4,000 through hard work and great work. Great job, Sal. I didn't make that up. Michael Williams, thank you so much. Yeah, making a video realistically on average with the live streams, making like 2 to 3 videos a day is a ton of fun. My biggest goal is to not reduce the quality of these by just having to do more of them. So let me know if I am doing that at any point. The goal is to try and cover as many sports as I can on my own before I start a full-time job, and then slowly side hustle this thing into something else. But NFL around the corner, I'm so excited for this channel and what we can do. All Boogie needs is 15 to 20 minutes with 25 plus fantasy points. Anton Murphy, if you think Boogie Cousins at 15 to 20 minutes scores 25 fantasy points, I think you're not crazy. I think you're not crazy. But at $7,000, that's a ceiling game. So you're paying a decent price for a guy to have low points at a ceiling type game in that sort of minutes, right? So I think it's a little bit out of the way. You are hype up, says Oscar. Thank you. Loving it. FanDuel lineup, says Oscar. I wouldn't play FanDuel. I wouldn't. I don't know if they're doing $1 million too. Their showdown modes are just terrible. Love you in the Discord. Keep grinding, baby. Thank you, Penny Kid. Appreciate that a ton. 209 people really in here. Y'all are crazy. Klay has been mediocre on the road, fading. Yeah, I'm not on Klay too much. Warriors are going to start Bogut. I'm calling it. They will adapt to Raptors size, especially without KD. Even if the Warriors start Bogut, he doesn't see more than look. Bogut got played off the court by Jordan Bell. Jordan Bell started playing over Andrew Bogut. I get it. This is a different size series. Even if Bogut plays, I don't see him touching 10 minutes, even if he starts. Drake equals captain. Hey, my man, I got Drake. Take care on the wall over there. I got, if you're reading this, it's too late. I got everything from Drake on the wall. I'm a huge Drake fan. I love it. I hope he's the captain tonight. I just subscribed yesterday. So far, so good. I think I found a winner. Thanks, says Maurice Dribble. Hey, if you just subscribed yesterday and I gave you the winner, look, you built it yourself. I get it. You won the $1 million. Give me $1. One of them. Boogie's a point per minute monster. Yeah, no, Boogie is a 1.4 point per minute monster. Let's not underestimate his skill set. If he's been playing full court during practices and he gets 30 minutes somehow, it would be awful not having him. Yeah, Benjamin, it would be awful not having him. But did you see his full court tape? He's walking. He's not even jogging. He's walking up and down the court. He gets to the three-point line. He doesn't go inside the three-point line. So he's walking up and down the court, and he's doing it very gingerly, which he does all the time. He never fucking hustles, this guy. But let's just try and actually be physical and pound the ball. Try and back your way into Marc Gasol. Try and sprint. Yeah, that's much different than this full court walkthrough that he had. So I'm not worried about Boogie Cousins playing 30 minutes tonight. What's the deal with OG? If he plays, I'm all over it. And 888. OG's been ruled out, right? They said he's like another week away, so I don't think he plays. Was there an update? I don't think he plays. Let's go. Fading Curry for Green in a line. Did we make it all the way down? Jesus, we're nowhere near making it all the way down. We are so far away from making it all down. Okay, we're not that far. I'm going to just skim through. 200 views now. Yeah, we got 200. Bogut captain. Would you play Cousins at captain? No, I wouldn't. Best captain, Lowry. Nah, I'm not on that. Jordan Bell playing time. Good low man pick. Jonathan, I have Jordan Bell at 5 minutes. If for some reason Cousins is ruled out, which now he's active, so I don't think that's going to happen, give him some more, but I don't think Bell's in play. Which bench player from Golden State's going to smash? None of them. I would say that your best options are crummy options. If Cousins starts, it would be Looney and then Sean Livingston, so that should speak for itself. Danny Green is the man tonight. How much does Danny need to be a viable captain? Danny Green to be a viable captain probably needs to get you 35 to 40 fantasy points, which is just so rare. And then not only that, but he has to do some other crazy things. What time does the game start tonight? I don't even know that. I should really know that. Is it 8, 7? Somebody let me know. Curry's the only warrior in my lineup. Risky. Yeah, I started getting on some of those lineups, and I just thought it wasn't viable. I don't know how not a single other warrior is needed. Pretty much in that scenario, Draymond and Kawhi, or Draymond and Clay would both have to stink and just be terrible. Cousins would have to eat so much into Looney's minutes that he does nothing, and then Shaw and Livingston would have to continue to suck. So I think it's viable, but I think it's just really, really risky. Jordan Bell, garbage time minutes is the winning lineup. Oh, that's interesting. It could be. Jordan Bell may be a DMP with Cousins back at a 1 point per minute. If he's going to get some time, he could make the difference. Yeah, Jordan Bell could be a DMP. 1 point per minute in 20 minutes. He's $7,000, guys. He's not $4,800. You're not hoping for 20 points out of Kevon Looney because of his price point. He's $7,000. At $7,000, Cousin needs to get you like in the 30s tonight for it to work. Why no love for Iggy? $6,600 is cheap for 35 fantasy point upside. I don't think $6,600 is cheap, and I don't think 35 fantasy point upside, if Kawhi Leonard is on him, which is now what I'm thinking, at least for a good chunk of the game, is anywhere near viable. Why no love for... Okay, so only 2 good Warriors to pick from Draymond and Steph. I would disagree. I think Kevon Looney's still in play, and that's about it then. Yeah, the rest stink. Let's just see. Love your energy. Cheers to the money, says Angie. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm having a blast. If you guys can't read it on my face, I love doing this. And the fact that I have another half hour to do this and just chat is a lot of fun. It's really fun. I'm just trying to get caught up, but there's so many. I might just jump to the bottom. I don't want to miss people's questions. So scared to play Danny Green. You should be. He's been terrible. If you hit the jackpot, share some of that wealth, says Oscar. If you do it for me. If you want 200 views now, says Chris a Fool. Definitely. Bogey Captain. Okay, we went back too far, gang. I'm going to get caught up. What do you think of playing both Van Vliet and Danny Green while leaving $800 on the table? I don't like that, personally. I'm not really big on Van Vliet tonight. Can you break down FanDuel pricing, MVP Pro Star? Dom Quinn, I have not even looked at FanDuel. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't play there, and I don't know. I don't like FanDuel in general. I will play for football and cover that, but their mode for Showdown is just so bad. It's terrible. There's no way to actually break it down with any kind of strategy. Just throw a bunch of ducks into your lineup and hope they hit. Besides Kawhi and Curry, who's your number 3? Probably Siakam. I like Siakam over Draymond. They're very close in overall scoring for me tonight. OG is upgraded to questionable, says Q-Stown. That's interesting. If OG Anunoby is upgraded to questionable, we got to see. Sal, you rock, man. Can't wait till football season so you can help me with them lineups. Your videos are a lot of help. Thank you, Michael Dixon. I appreciate you. Starts at 9, 8, 9. Wait. We got a 9 Eastern time and an 8 Eastern time. Which one is it? I'm going to imagine 9. We're almost down. We're almost down to these comments. I think so. Yeah, we're right there. We're good. Cool. Best of luck to you, man. Hit that like button, you filthy animals. That's what I didn't say that. This guy said that. Thank you. Gasol or Bell? Mike Fernderber, whatever your name is. You just asked Gasol or Bell. Is that a real question? I'm going to go Gasol. Powell in play. For sure he is. Would you play Gasol and Ibaka in the same lineup? Brandon, I think it's okay. One game, I think it's fine. I wouldn't do it. What do you think if OG plays? I have not weighed OG at all. He's been out. They said that he was going to be, 3 days ago, they said that he's another week away before he's reevaluated. So I don't think he's going to play unless something crazy happened. He's still injured. So I probably don't play him. But what's his price? Is he $1,000 tonight? He's $1,500. Look, if OG's playing and he's not limited, he could be worth a flyer at $1,500. But at the same time, it depends. What does it get you up to? So I don't really want to mess around with OG until we get more news, to be honest with you. Oh, man. People are just spamming their YouTube channels in here. That's no good. American military equals freedom. Come on. How many lineups are you playing, says Oscar? 3. I'm only playing 3. I won 3 tickets. I'm not trying to max enter or play more any of my actual money into this. Danny Green has been awful, but so has Gasol. I thought I had him figured out and only play him when in Toronto, but he was a dud again. About Gasol? Yeah, he was. Siakam is 40 to 45 points tonight. I hope so. Who are your top 3 captain spots? I can tell you my top 3 captain spots. I really don't know. Viable captains are Leonard, Curry, Green, Siakam, Clay, Lowry, Gasol. That doesn't really help anybody. I really, really like the idea of going not totally mid-range with Gasol, although I think it's fine. I think it's a little bit risky because there is some Siakam worry there in terms of him getting more minutes. I really like the range of Lowry, Clay, and Siakam as a captain, just because Steph and Kawhi, you have to force yourself into 3 garbage players after that in most situations. Is Jody Meeks sneaky? They might need his 3. Don't do it. Don't play Jody Meeks. Do not get cute on me. That's not even cute. That's gross. Jody Meeks, he might play a minute, like, before. No, don't do it. At Dom, yeah. I went with Kawhi. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What do we got? Is leaving 1,100 on the table too much? No, it is not, Shannon. I don't see how Bogut doesn't start against Gasol. Says Scott Lawson. Yeah, he could start and play like 8 minutes as a spot start. I don't know. We got to wait for these starting lineups. Some people told me that he is starting in my DMs, but I'm not sure. The Champions League final is bigger than NBA finals, and that's facts. It could be. I don't know. Ibaka is terrible at getting basket to go in under the basket. He's decent play in my eyes. I think we made it to the bottom. Are you kidding me? Damn, we really got some weird-ass, like, troll people in here. What is this shit? That's so weird. Bogut will most likely start the game. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. If Bogut starts, just give his 8 minutes or take the minutes away from Jordan Bell, to be honest with you. I'm not too worried. This is so lame, says Jesus Velasquez. Thanks, man. You're the best. I'm glad you're spending your, what is this, Thursday night in here? Damn, that's some life. Just getting in here now, boys. How many minutes do we have Boogie gets? I say 16-ish. 16-ish is a fine number. Alex, how you doing tonight? I have him at 20. 20 is more of just like an average baseline for him. He could be at 18. He could be at 16. He could be at 22. 20 is where I have him at median, and it projects out nicely for everything else for me. Folks, don't play Boogie. I'm on that train as well, but his minutes take away from other players, so it's worth discussing. Jody Meeks, somebody's crying. Yeah, waste of money, says Douglas. Yeah, I think so. The key is getting right who plays the best between Powell, Van Vliet, and Green. I think you might need two of those guys, but I think so too. Just the Toronto value pieces, and when I say value pieces, I mean literally Fred Van Vliet and below are going to be needed, probably two of them, because the whole cheap range is filled with Toronto viable guys and then Sean Livingston. And who the hell wants to play Sean Livingston? It's called Boogie Scott. I just spit up some things. What the hell was that? Who's guarding Curry? I would guess Lowry. I don't think there's anything else that says that. I'm all in on OG sharp play, but he may not see the floor. I'm not playing OG. Did he just get ruled in? I don't know. Stack Ibaka and Gasol with Kawhi. You would have a unique lineup, I think. Curry or Kawhi and captain. You're telling me between those two, it's Kawhi at home. Facts, Xavier. Will the Warriors have any rust? They could, and on the road, that's where it would show. You don't think Green guards Curry, question mark? I think Green stays on Clay. We saw a lot of that during the regular season and in the past. They're going to switch onto each other a very good amount. So he's going to guard Curry, but I think the primary defender will be Lowry. Benjamin, it's only between Powell and FMV. All right. Just reading these. What's up, Jay? How you doing? Dude called you lame. What a dick. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Weird people in here. If Green plays 30 minutes, he's too cheap. Oh, yeah, 100%. I have him at 24, and I think he's too cheap. There's no way you can say don't play Boogie. I'm not saying don't play Boogie. I'm saying I'm not playing Boogie. I have him at 20 minutes. The guy can get you 30 fantasy points tonight, but he's still $7,000. That's the thing. People are trying to come out here and say he's gonna people are acting like he's $5,000. He's $7,000. Like, you need a lot from him. You need a big ceiling game if he's gonna have limited minutes, and that might not even be enough. Curry plays shitty against Toronto. Does he? I really don't know the facts too much. I don't know what those sample sizes are. I don't know if Kevin Durant... Again, Kevin Durant is not playing. How many times has Kevin Durant not played in the past 2 to 3 years with Curry playing Toronto? Probably not a lot. Why are people posting links? LOL, stop. I mean, I can monitor them all. That's the power of YouTube. We're almost at 250 people. What the hell? Holy shit. Powell or Livingston, and what do you think about Livingston? I think Powell there. I think Livingston's minutes are stabilized around 15, and I think he's an absolute garbage can. He's a veteran who can get on the court and play defense and not absolutely ruin your team's plus minus. More so from the minus side, not the plus. How viable is fading Curry in tournaments? Decent chance he can end up only in the 30s. With Kevin Durant not out there, I think it's really hard for Curry to only end up in the 30s, but I think it's fine to fade him. Kawhi is like the only guy I don't want to fade tonight. Everybody else I'm fine fading. Sal, do you agree tonight will be garbage time at the end? Well, the fact that Vegas has this as a 1-point spread, I would say no. With no KD, there's a good chance there's more Leonard on Clay. Says Josh Mann. Yeah, the whole thing for the past week for me has been who the hell guards or who the hell does Kawhi guard? And the fact that Danny Green has played really well against Klay Thompson leads me to believe that that's where Danny Green gets put a good amount of the time. And then you either have Leonard on a little bit of Draymond or a decent amount of Iggy, honestly. If you're playing FanDuel, Boogie is definitely in play at mid price. Yeah, sorry. If he's like at minimum price over there, then that's fine. I'm not playing FanDuel. Just want to say what's up, Sal, my father, says Keith. My son, how are you doing? That is very weird. Stop that. Curry needs to score since Durant ain't. I agree. Is fading Curry and Draymond too crazy? You better have Clay as your captain. If you're fading Curry and Draymond, you better have Clay as your captain. That's all I'm going to say. Gasol is a better option than Cousins. I'd agree. We back, boys. What's up, Gregory? Why fade Draymond? Would be stupid. Why fade Draymond? On DraftKings, he's $10,600. I have him projected for the exact same amount of points as Pascal Siakam, who's $9,000. Draymond can play extremely well. Boogie's back, which doesn't take too much away from Draymond. It's just a price point. If you're telling me that I have to choose between Steph and Draymond, right now it's Steph. Earlier it was Draymond, but looking into it more, Draymond's overpriced. He shouldn't be 10-6, in my opinion. Do you feel Lowry's the best point guard captain tonight? That's a weird question. So literally between Lowry, Steph, Quinn Cook, and Fred VanVleet. Out of those four, yes, but I think Steph is the best play out of all of them, pure points, but you have to take into account salary, so sure. Vegas is always correct, question mark, says Dudley Cassie. No, they're not, but for NBA Finals Game 1, that's a 1-point spread. I would put my money on them being closer to correct than for it to be a 15-point spread. Like, the difference between a 1-point spread and an 8-point spread and the game blowing out, yeah, if it's an 8-point spread, it's much more likely. 1-point spread, games blowing out, it's very unlikely. It's probably like, what? I don't know, probably closer to 1 in every 8 games, and I'm just not going to put my money behind that tonight. It could happen, though, but no, Vegas is not always correct. I'm sorry for leading you that way. I think Curry's floor is 40, but I'm fading him. Didn't feel good about it, but I'm trying to be different. That's fine. You got to be different somehow. I have 50 entries in the Millie Maker. Kawhi and Curry are in every lineup. Oof. I mean, those would be the two I'd put in every lineup. 50. You're balling out tonight? You got 1,000 on the line tonight? Jesus Christ, Brandon. Pull all that money right now. McKinney or Livingston? Can't wait for football, Sal. Jets over under 8 wins. Too soon to tell right now. Who the hell knows where Le'Veon Bell ends up at the end of the year? I think it's with the Jets, though. McKinney or Livingston? I'd lean Livingston. Danny Green will definitely be on Curry a lot. Lowry will be more on Clay. Fading Draymond is very viable. Sure. Who do you believe will guard Clay? I think Clay's going to get Danny Green treatment. Then obviously they're guards, so like we just saw earlier, they're going to switch on to each other. So it's going to be Clay, Draymond, Clay and Steph. What about Pascal at captain? Says Shane Pittman. I think that's very viable. Gasol used to play well against Golden State, but when was McKinney and Bell starting? What? Snipe says McKinney and Bell starting. You're lying, right? I think you are. What's the recommended amount of money to leave on the table tonight? Usually 700 plus. I'm aiming for 1,500 plus in my 3 lineups. Look, I know that that's not what a lot of people want to do. I know that that might not be the ideal option. That's what I'm doing. I want to have the only lineup that I'm building tonight. If I have the only unique lineup that I'm building tonight and I still think there's good players in that lineup, I'll feel really happy. I want to win $1 million. If I split with people and only win $100,000 tonight, I'm going to be pissed. Can't wait for NFL. Pats Nation. I can't wait either. Red VanVleet plays Steph well. He might see some good minutes. Yeah, I have him at 26, so I think those are pretty good minutes. Players ownership, says Oscar. You're never going to find that. 1 game samples, you're never going to find ownership. If a site's doing ownership projections tonight, they're just completely guessing. It's just so hard with 1 game sample sizes and really nobody to pivot off of. Who to play at captain? Saw it on NBA.com. Oh, you saw it on NBA.com as in like projected lineups? Yeah, they're probably just going off of the last one because whoever's working their NBA or their lineups right now is probably on vacation. We caught up to questions and we have 250 people in here. How the hell did we do that? RotoWire has been wrong so many times. I don't even know what the hell a RotoWire is. You're the first on to mention Lowry got 40 to 50 when Steph was out. Didn't know that. Great take. No, wait, hold on, Xavier. I don't know if Steph was out. I said he might have been. Was he actually out, Xavier? Was Steph out during that time? I have no idea. I'm imagining he was out for one of those games. But either way, it's a 2-game sample size. And they're at a point right now where Lowry's usage he's doing fine. This whole Lowry stinks in the playoffs thing is just absolute dog crap. He's done fine the last 3 postseasons. Just look at it. Osimo, number one player in the world, has ownership projections posted. Yeah, that's fine. Osimo actually has incredible ownership. They're the best ownership projections out there. If he's doing showdown ownership projections, I would trust those. I mean, definitely than any other site out there. But at the same time, I'm trying to think how you leverage a one game. I guess like Brandon, you have high ownership. Who's a lower range guy who's getting a ton of ownership? Is it Danny Green? Like if Danny Green's getting ridiculous ownership in the 50% range, 60% range, I might fade him. Can Iggy slow down Leonard? No, but he's probably their best option too. I would love to split the Millie Maker. You would be an idiot not to, says Dudley Cassie. Goddamn, this Dudley Cassie guy's in the chat just going against everything I say, taking it literally. I said if I want to split the Millie Maker and win $100,000, I'd be pissed. You think I'm actually serious about that? Come on, man. Don't take things. Joke. What does that spell? Would you put Lowry and Clay ahead of Draymond or just Siakam? Lowry and Clay ahead of Draymond? I have them only 2 points behind them. They're all in a very close batch for me. If ownership is really high on Draymond, I would rather play Lowry. I would rather play Siakam over both of them. Sally Boy, keep doing what you do. Great work, buddy. Thank you, Tad Jones. Appreciate you. I'm fading Curry and Leonard. You're fading Curry and Leonard. You're going to be like 5% of the lineups that do that. So I'm not totally against that. It's very not viable, but if things get wonky, you need an injury probably. You know what's funny? Whether it's on Twitter, people being in my DMs or just something. People always be getting in my DMs just saying stuff like they're NFL coaches. It's crazy. I'm like, wait, we're just trying to project this stuff. Like, confident. Like, they're on the team. They're in the meetings. This is going to happen. I can't believe you said that. I'm like, let me get the receipt of your $1 million win tomorrow, boy. I'll split the million with you, brother. Thank you. You're so generous. Appreciate that. Who would you take? Looney, Ibaka, Powell, Livingston. Last one in. How much money's left on the table, Matt? That's what matters. I would probably choose Ibaka over all four of those if it doesn't matter. I mean, the prices are so close. I don't want Livingston. I would take Ibaka. Patrick McCaw, 3 straight finals and is now healthy. Revenge narrative. What's up, Sal? What's going on, Luke? Lowry or Gasol? That's good. Lowry or Gasol is good. I would probably lean Lowry, but there's a big price difference. Serge Ibaka making it into one of your 3 lineups, ? Right now, no, but I'm going to go back and look at that. Sal, do you like Gasol or Iggy and captain? I'd lean more so Gasol, but I'm not getting to either. If fade Curry, is Clay a must? Clay or Draymond would have to be a must. I would say yes. If you're not playing Curry, you should have Clay because somebody has to knock down shots on this goddamn team. Siakam and Clay in the same lineup, that's fine. I can see Ibaka getting 30-plus DK points. I think so too. What are your thoughts? Holy shit. Talking so much, my voice is losing. Wow, I need some water. Chef, Gasol 49%, Ibaka 42%. Ownership? Oh, this man's posting their ownership projections. Jesus. Doesn't Draymond guard Siakam? Yeah, I would imagine so. Important choice then. Says Danny Green, Matt. What do we got? What's up, Luke? The chances of $1 million prize getting split is so high. 95% it gets split at least 3 ways. Oh, yeah, 100%, Roz. 100%. That's why I'm leaving $2,000+ on the table to try and be very lucky. I know it's not the optimal build, but be very lucky in my build, and then nobody has my lineup. What's up, Main Mac? No facts here, says Matt D. Gasol triple-double. Yeah, Gasol's going to have a quadruple-double tonight. Thoughts on Ibaka at captain? I don't like it. He's probably like the 8th option I'd get to, but it's fine. If Ibaka and Gasol are coming in at similar ownerships, give me more Gasol. What's Iggy's Brandon? Leave 1K with Lowry or 2.8K with Gasol. Jesus. I like Lowry more there. He's going to get probably 10 more minutes. So Lowry. Thank you, Sal. Gotta head back to work, LOL. Shane Pittman, have a good time at work. Be safe, my man. Will most people try to stack Leonard and Curry? Thanks, Dad. Yeah, definitely. They're going to try. They're going to be in the majority of lineups. Quadruple-double, LOL. I had 28. Siakam or Gasol or both. I'd rather Siakam. Appreciate all that you do. I've made some solid lineups change based off of your minutes predictions in the past, which has really paid off. Thanks, Jordan. I'm happy they actually helped. Dudley Cassie says, Sal, if I win, I'm sending you to Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. I honestly don't give a crap to go to Vegas, but if it's a free trip on you, let's make it happen. And the best... Oh, I'm not even going to read that out loud. Oh, my God. No. What about Ibaka? Okay, so let's see. I got to go in probably 10 minutes, game. Danny Green in the captain spot. I'm not getting there. I know it's cute. I'm not getting there. Is playing one Warrior crazy if you only have Looney and McKinney left to put in? No, between those options, but it's hard to imagine that happens. Hard to imagine Kawhi isn't a must in winning lineup. I agree. And not because he has to play extremely well, which he probably will, but because 90% of the field's going to have him. So a lot of things have to go wonky. Kawhi would have to really shit the bed. I got here late and have Gasol as my number one captain. Who do you have ahead of him at captain? A lot of guys. I'm not getting to Gasol at captain, but I think he's very viable. He's the best guy in that channel. Sal, keep up the great content. Thank you, Chris. Vegas rocks. Won $20,000 or $200,000? 20,000. That's crazy, Jay. Who's going to be the bullcrap play in the winning lineup tonight? Probably Sean Livingston. Best of luck, everybody. Best of luck. Bogut. Thanks, Brandon Bell. Okay. Oh, I got more time. I probably got another 10. Hold on. I'm answering some text. All right. 250 people. New stream record by almost double. Y'all like the NBA Finals, huh? Should I do this more often, huh? This is fun. Thank you so much. Give me a player I'll let you know. Best option below 3K, says Damien. Oofa. I'm going to say Sean Livingston, but that's gross. Gasol or Clay, captain? Oh. I'd lean... Depends what the rest of your lineup looks like, honestly. If you don't have Steph, I would go Clay, captain. Steph, Clay, and Dre. Who's the best captain pick, says Dave Goodrich. Best captain pick? I wish I knew. I'm getting to the same captain in all three lineups. I'm not sure I really want to say who that captain is, though. You probably could tell by now. Steph's 74% owned tonight. Kawhi's got to be like 90%. If DeMarcus plays 25 minutes, what's the other Warriors that see less points? It would be Kevon Looney. It would be at the expense of Kevon Looney and Steph Curry if Cousins is going to play that many minutes. What's happening, Sal? What's going on, Mike Taylor? Clay, 53%. Tom Brown says, give this guy some likes. He's taking his time for us. No problem. Morgan Smith, would you say if Cousins... Oh, okay. Yeah, I answered your question. McKinney, best option because of the revenge spot. Raps cut him. Sure. Van Vliet Ibaka at 42% is crazy. Yeah, it is. Luke says, ready to split that million with 1,000 people? Hold all their hands? Yeah, definitely. Sal, send your PayPal just in case. You want my PayPal just in case? My PayPal just in case is svetri966@gmail.com. You can take that PayPal and send me all your money. Draymond 37%. Bogut playing at least 20 minutes. John Galisi says. John, if you know that for a fact or you feel really confident in that, you got to have a lot of lineups tonight and have Bogut in a lot of them. Danny Green, Powell, Cousins on FanDuel, says Keith. I have no idea. I don't even know what the prices are over there. Wow, Dre 37. Nice, thanks. Bogut will not come close to 20 minutes. LOL. I agree. 5 Raptors and 1 Warrior in my lineup. Kind of nervous. Yeah, I'd be nervous too. Raptors are way easier to get to. The Warriors are not. I think that's going to be not a chalk build 5-1, but just having. I think it's going to be very chalky. Powell or Van Vliet? I like Powell. Is it fine that I have Siakam and Powell in all 4 of my lineups? Sure, you got to take a stand somewhere, right? Got same Torrey, better captain tonight, Draymond, Curry, Thompson, or Lowry? It's a good question. Out of those 4, give me Thompson. One Sal's at 100K. I can say I was here at 1K, says Ant. I don't think I'll ever get to 100K. I might have to be here for 30 years. Bogut or Cook, which I'm fine doing. Oh, Bogut or Cook's gross, Scott Lawson. Don't do either of those. Please don't. If Bogut starts, you can try and roll the dice, but I just found this channel, says Jacob. Hey, subscribe. I hope you're having fun. Tell us your captain, Sal. Be nice, says Franco. I don't want to do it. Maybe before I sign off, I'll tell you my captain. I don't want to do it. DeMarcus and Clay with... You can DM me, maybe I'll tell you. DeMarcus and Clay with what other Warriors is the most viable? So, the viable Warriors that I have tonight in order would be Steph, Draymond, Clay, Kevon Looney, then Iggy, I think. That's my rankings. Favorite sleeper, Leonard, 68% projection. Go 100%, folks. Wow, yeah, I would too. Favorite sleeper. Sleeper? What is Pascal Siakam's ownership? Like closer to 50? So I guess he's not a sleeper, but I think people are sleeping on Pascal Siakam. Sean Livingston, really deep value. If you want to pivot off of Danny Green is fine. I don't know. Looney is a sleeper pick because of Boogie. Yeah, that's fair. Don't do it. That's fair. OG captain. No way. Sal's chat dropping premium info for the game. Sal's captain is Van Vliet. Oh, no. I have no interest in Van Vliet. This should be a game. Who's Sal's captain? He's got him in all 3 lineups, folks. Who's he going to? I might got to sign off, all 250 of you. Any last questions? Get them in right now. What's your DK tag, Sal? SallyBoy96. Sal's captain is Sean Livingston. Shh, don't tell anybody. It's Gasol, people. Shh, don't tell anybody. Siakam or Lowry captain? I prefer Siakam there. Why no interest in Van Vliet? I prefer Norman Powell. It's just a pricing thing, I guess. I want to leave money on the table. If I was going to spend all my money, Van Vliet's great. But if I want to leave 1,000 plus on the table, I can't get the Van Vliet. How many minutes do you think McKinney sees? Like 12? What do I have him at? I got him at 12. Siakam is your captain, says Ann. Shh, don't tell anybody. Lowry or Gasol, who's your best lower salary guys? Lower salary, I imagine you believe 5K and below if I had to rank them. Probably Ibaka, Powell, Green in that order. He's on Siakam at captain. Don't tell anyone. What's your strategy for today? Obviously playing Siakam at captain. Everybody knows now. Or do they? My strategy for today is to leave $1,500 or more on the table because I want to win up 7 figures. I'm greedy. I don't want to split it with anybody. How are your golf lines doing, Sal? They're good right now. One of them has Tony Finau in it, and then I split the other one and I put Xanderman in it instead of Finau. So they're doing decent. Finau obviously sucks, but the one that has Xander in it is looking nice for a 6 out of 6. It's early, though. It's way too early. It's just one day. Sal, you are the best. So go full time, my friend, says Darren. I can't just do that. The channel's making very, very good money for a 4,000 subscriber channel, I will admit. But it's not enough to go full time, which I am doing it full time right now until I start working in a few months. Siakam percentage, says Davo. I don't know Siakam's percentage. May the best player that is in the captain spot win. For sure. Watch McCaw get 10 minutes and rack up 5 steals and 25 on FD. Maybe. Could you guys sub to my channel, says American Idiot? I'm trying to drop some spam in here. No, sir. Sean Livingston is Sal's captain. Livingston minutes projection. I got Livingston at 16. Who's your 1.5x player beyond the captain on FanDuel? I don't play FanDuel, Ray McDonald, so I'm sorry. I'm really not sure what any of that means. Great contact. Good luck. Thank you, Jay Osman. I appreciate that. Is leaving 1K on the table enough for a GPP takedown? To take it down? Yeah. To take it down by yourself? Probably not. Good luck, everybody. Who's your captain? He says. McCaw is angry tonight. And OG crushing value if he hits 15 DK points. He definitely is. Okay, gang, I got to go. My girlfriend is downstairs. We're going to Trader Joe's. Peace out. Who's my captain tonight? My captain is... Subscribe, like the video, super chat, whatever you got to do before you leave. Get it in. Thank you so much. My captain is in all 3 of my lineups tonight. I'm leaving. It is Pascal Siakam.